Hey buds, welcome back. So today I'm going to take this table that I have all glued up and I'm going to clean up all the joints with any glue left over. With a little bit of Windex, breaks down the glue, and we just pick it out with this. Now, as you can see there, I cleaned up pretty nice. I'm not worried about it being perfect because I'll still have to strip it a little bit and also sand. But yeah, ammonia with glue works a lot like PB Blaster with rust. It just breaks it down. Makes it pretty easy to clean up, get it ready for stripping and sanding, and then final finish. Alright, now that I have it cleaned up here, ready for stripping, I just put down a little bit of plastic, get everything ready to go, get the old gloves out and everything, cut up some scuff pads for cleaning, maybe use a little brush, and then, oh, look who it is. It's Mr. Babinski. So, usually what I will use is just this. You could get at any, big box hardware store, but it's like $40 a gallon now, and I know a lot of people use this, which I never tried before, but I'm going to try for the first time today because it's about half price. And then after I use a little bit of stripper on this, which isn't very much finish on, so it shouldn't be too bad, then I'll just clean it up with the old lacquer thinner, give it a couple good wipes. So after I got this all brushed on here, I don't really see anything happening. I don't know if that stripper is just not as good as the real deal, or there really isn't very much finish on this. I think it's a little case of the both, because that black there is definitely some type of finish still on there. So I'm going to let this sit up for a few minutes, and then scrub it all off and see what I'm left with, see if it did anything. So I've let this sit up now about 15 minutes or so. It stays pretty wet. It doesn't really dry up quite as fast as the other stuff, which is pretty good, because once it starts to dry, then it's not really working anymore. Sometimes I'll put plastic over it if it's a really big tabletop or something, just to keep it wet, keep it active. But for a small piece like this, it's not really necessary. So I also did a test on this tabletop leaf because I know that it has some finish on. So let's see here what that did. I think we got a winner here. I'm 99% sure that this is a lacquer finish on here. It's probably, I don't know, I would say probably, at least 50 years old, I know for sure. Maybe more, probably more. But that takes that right off. Get a little bit of the lacquer thinner there. sit up there a second and get this off of there. Here, get the old slop bucket. I can imagine being one-handed. This is pretty hard. Yeah, let's put it there for now. Rag. Sorry about that. Still learning. Whacker thinner on there. Get a good wipe. Alrighty, so yeah, it took me maybe 20 minutes or so. Just got all that stripper off there and then scrubbed it pretty good with some lacquer thinner and just wiped it all down with a rag and more thinner. And there's Bucko again. So my next step is gonna have to be getting into all these details here. Looks like that cleaned up pretty good there, bud. Got down in all that. Maybe one little speck of finish there. Fiddles. Come on. There we go. But the sanding will get rid of anything left. Now that I have this table all stripped before sanding, I notice a lot of these black marks from water or burns. Looks like it might be a cigarette burn maybe. but we have 2 black rings. So I'm going to lightly sand this and then give it a good steam, try to raise the grain high. And then we'll sand it again, hopefully get those black marks out of there good enough. I hate to bleach it, because if I do, I'm going to have to bleach that one and then the other one, because it's part of a set. So let's try sanding it first. Alright, now here it is after steaming. Just gonna let that dry on its own. I think that raised the grain pretty good there. Most of it should sand out now, but we'll find out. Now if you look there, the rings all came out, but whoever tried to carve their name in it will not sand out. That veneer is very thin. It started to go right, if you can see it, right on that edge. It's getting close. Can't really sand much more. Hit it with a little bit of lacquer thinner, see what it'll look like wet. Doesn't look too bad. I think I might try to steam that a little bit more, see what happens. Here are all 3 matching tables, fully stripped, sanded down to 220. Next, I will just have to spray a vinyl sealer, pre-cat lacquer. Let that sit a while. Give that a good sanding to smooth it down a bit. And then we'll go with a toner coat over that to get them to match a little better. And we'll apply a 3rd top coat, pre-cat lacquer. Here I have all 3 tables all set up, ready for the finish coat. The sealer has been sanded and some minor touch-ups have been done. Next, what I'm going to do is try to match this more reddish detail. The one tabletop seems to be darker, so I'm going to try to those little accent marks that are more red on these, and this top is very bleached from the sun. So I'm going to get these little pieces here, get them a little bit more red so they all match. And then this is the darkest one, so I will spray a toner coat on those two to get the tops to all match. Let them sit and dry for about a day and a half now, and it's time to throw them on the truck now and take them home. Is it Bucko approved? Maybe. Might be.